So they have that experience. They've got experience in our system, which is awesome. And then they do have leadership. James Head, DeMarcus Elliott, and CO. Not going to say that last name, but all three of those guys have immense experience here at IU in the Big Ten, and they've done a tremendous job even since spring of leading the group. And of course, we're leaning heavily on them because they've been in the trenches during game time in this league.
You obviously mentioned James. What have you liked about him? Obviously, I mean, don't have the previous experience with him, but what do you like about what you've seen from him so far?
I tell you what, just his work ethic. He approached spring as a guy that I've got to get better. I've got to improve in different fundamental techniques, and he's worked hard to do it. And he hadn't missed a single practice. He's worked his tail off, and he's gotten better every single day at working and focusing on getting better at one specific thing a day. And so just pad level, aggressiveness, playing the run, just different things like that. He's really improved and excited about his mindset.
At the other end of the spectrum, Vincent needs another guy that I think Coach Allen brought up and just kind of reserved special mention talking about freshmen. What has jumped off about him? Well,
I tell you what, Vincent, he models who we are. Toughness, tremendous fanatical, hair-on-fire effort, and the willingness to learn, and extreme aggressiveness. So, he's really held his own as a freshman. I think the best thing for him was he was here at midterm. So he got to go through spring, start getting to learn the ropes a little bit, and now, coming in the fall, I told him coming in the fall, you're not a freshman, you're a sophomore, because you did get the spring. And so, but just his willingness to want to be great and to want to play.
What is, especially at one of the more physical positions on the field, not that any of them aren't, but on the line, offense or defensive line, does that extra semester do for a guy, whether it's the work they get in there, maybe the understanding they get of how important their summer will be to get bigger and stronger, just whatever it is? I do think it's about getting bigger and stronger. So the time they spend with our strength coach, Coach Wellman, I think that's the most important part of reporting early. Because, where you struggle at when you first come in as a freshman is either mental maturity, physical maturity, and toughness and things like that. And so to me, if they get with Coach Wellman, they get in a semester early, and then get with that strength program and buy into it, they have an opportunity to get stronger, to get bigger, to get faster. And I think Vincent, I think he realized all of that during the spring semester.
I know this stuff is never set in stone or whatever, but the depth chart that we saw that came out, I guess, post-spring had JH as a tackle, and I thought he was going to go to end. Is he playing both, or have you guys decided he's an interior?
He's playing all of them. I think the best thing we've done is all the guys are interchangeable, which is really exciting. That's how you create depth. And so they play inside, he can play outside. He's really capable of being both, extremely intelligent. So it allows him to do that, and his skill set allows him to be able to do that.
I guess who are the guys that are playing inside and outside? Because some guys seem to be built for sure to be tackles. Who are the guys?
Well, you got CO, you got PJ Lucas, DeMarcus Elliott. You got Nick James, who has been coming on here lately, who was here early also during the spring. And so really feeling really good about those guys. LD Cox. So really excited about my guys down inside.
All those guys are playing.
All those guys.
All those players
all
are playing and
tackle. Yes.
Okay.
You already mentioned Vincent, but another guy that Coach Allen has mentioned that doesn't really look like a freshman, Nick James. What have you seen from him? I know you said he's also came along.
I tell you what, Nick had a really good spring. Started off slow and then came on like gangbusters at the end. And then here in summer camp, it's been the same way. He's really starting to excel and show those same flashes to where he ended spring practice at. But explosiveness, loves playing football, having fun, physically, has a lot of physical tools down inside. I'm really excited to see his development as we continue through camp.
Right, and the two Ole Miss transfers you mentioned, Cox and Lucas. Just how big of a boost does that give your guys' group? Just two guys that have experience in the SEC.
We're excited about it because similar leagues, it's a big trench physical league. The Big Ten is, and so to add those two big bodies in PJ Lucas and LD Cox is really, creating depth for us and a physical presence that we need in this conference.
obviously, Coach Allen's talked a lot about turnovers, creating turnovers, and also sacks and everything like that. Just how much of it is on you guys to just get to the quarterback more than this?
For us, it's about sack is probably third on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
For us, it's impact that quarterback. Mm-hmm. That's get him off the spot, hit him legally, right, and then batted balls. Mm-hmm. And then sacks is the third thing. Mm-hmm. So for us, it's about impacting that quarterback. Mm-hmm. And there's multiple ways to do it. And of course, in mentioning all three of those, we do have a heavy, presence, or have to have a heavy presence in all three of those phases of impacting the quarterback.
It's kind of a scheme question, but last year you guys used, I think until injuries just kind of depleted, options, something I think Coach Allen up front he called rabbits, where you kind of brought a linebacker down and just went very fast. But some of the guys that seemed, I think, kind of most often used there are graduated now. Is that something you could see kind of incorporating again, or is it?
I think we're pretty good what we got. Mm-hmm. The guys been working their tails off. We have a tremendous scheme. We love it. The guys love it, believe in it. And so it's just a matter of executing it, no matter who's on the field.
Coach, you spent a lot of time down south. How is Indiana football culture here treating you so far?
You know what? It's been treating me extremely well. I tell you what, you find out people do love Indiana football. And of course they love Big Ten football. And, I feel it's a privilege to be a part of it, finally.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.